Does your signage look the same as every other builder's? Have you been told to just get your name out there? Has your signage been created by graphic designers who have no experience in direct response advertising? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you are wasting both money and opportunity, and you run the risk of being overtaken by your competitors and getting left behind. However, if you use signage that activates your ideal client's reticular activating system and encourages them to make an inquiry, then you can generate new, hot opportunities from signage on your sites and vehicles every single day. According to the Nexus Group, 15 years ago, the average consumer only needed 2 touch points before making a commitment. Today, consumers need almost 6 touch points in order to feel comfortable. But rather than just splashing your name and logo in an attempt to get attention, you need to create signage that speaks directly to your ideal client and challenges them to take action. When you do this, you tap into the power of the reticular activating system and break through the filters that are currently blinding them to your message. Right now, you might be pretty pleased with your signage. It looks good. The logo you spent weeks designing sits proudly on all of your sites and vehicles. However, it's not generating inquiries, and that's a missed opportunity for most residential builders. The good news is that it's an easy fix, because like most things, there's a formula for success. And when you use the AIDA formula on your signage, the words pretty much write themselves. Even if you're currently receiving plenty of leads through Facebook and Google AdWords, improving your signage will improve your results online. That's because we all need to see the same message multiple times before we take action. Times have certainly changed. Consumers no longer look for a builder in the yellow pages, and they no longer make contact with any old builder that just happens to have a website. They need to be called into action with a compelling message that attracts their attention, gets their interest, generates a desire to what they're offering, then compels them to take action. This is called the AIDA formula, and it's been used by advertisers and marketers since the 19th century. The easiest way to get attention is call out your target market by name or by entering the conversation that's already going on in their head. This is why lifestyle shots of the ideal client enjoying the benefits of a new home are so popular on builders' websites. In instances where it's not possible to use imagery, a statement like "thinking of building" can have the exact same desired effect. In order to arouse interest in potential clients, you need to utilize your unique selling proposition or offer new information such as 7 design tips you must know before speaking to an architect. When we describe a benefit rather than a feature for the item of interest, we also increase the desire for that item, which leads us into the most important step: action. If we can't convince the observer to take action, then nothing changes, so we need to make this part as easy as possible. So, give them a number that's easy to remember or a keyword or phrase that you already rank for organically in Google. Following this formula will significantly increase the number of inquiries you're currently receiving and will set you apart from the other builders in your area. And if you need help with putting your own signage together, we have the solution. It's a brand new step-by-step action plan for builders called How to Create Signs That Generate Leads. It covers the 4-step formula for generating leads from your signage in detail, so you can generate more leads from any signage, including site signs and vehicles. Even if you're in love with your current signage, a few changes to the words you can use make all the difference. You'll have the secret formula for getting your ideal client's attention without having to spend money on advertising every single month. We'll reveal the number 1 mistake that's being made by graphic designers and how you can avoid it. And as well as taking you through the 4-step formula for creating signage for a building company, you'll also have access to actual examples of site signs and vehicle signage for building companies that have been proven to work. So avoid creating signage that's invisible to the average consumer and discover how you can create signs that generate leads without leaving you looking like every other building company. Once you follow the formula for creating signage, you'll have signage that speaks directly to your ideal client and encourages them to make an inquiry with you. Click on the link below to learn more about the How to Create Signs That Generate Leads step-by-step action plan for builders.